be too late to alter course, mateys.
Howdy, Steve here from Rprc. We are getting ready for Proline by the Fire, and one of the things that we are excited about here is the new chassis that we're going to release at Proline. It is the Rum Runner, and for some of you guys already follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook. We've been throwing hints out about this new release, and it is a comp chassis. And it comes in a box just like this one here. And it's more than a chassis, it's a comp kit. So I'm getting ready to assemble one right now so we can use it at Proline as a display. And so I thought I'd just go through it real quick with you guys as I'm putting this thing together and show it to you. So this is one of our black rails. And it also comes in silver and blue. And of course it comes in pairs. And you also get the shock towers with it. So the rear shock towers on this are fully adjustable all along this trackle holes right here. And that way you can set your truck up any way you like, class 2, class 3, change it to your wheelbase that you desire. But also one of the cool things about this kit is it comes with our Kraken skid. And I know a lot of you guys are already familiar with this skid, but it is a tapered skid, very unique in the industry. And so this is to help keep your drive shaft alignments right, so they don't get bound up. It comes with our new comp sliders. And so this one is the passenger side. And they are mounted, they mount with an angle as well, as you can see, to help keep them flat and give you more clearance. They ramp up front and rear for your approach and your descent off the rocks. And it's a small, lightweight slider. It's anodized, it's aluminum. And then on the driver's side, we made it real easy for you to put your battery in your truck and strap it down. You can see a little bit of a gap between there. That's for your battery strap. And help secure that battery so they don't come flying out when you take a roll. These are already threaded, as you can see right here. And it comes with the hardware and with the screws, and you just assemble it 4 screws and it's ready to go onto the chassis. The kit also comes with cross members. In this kit you're going to get 5 of them to help stiffen up the chassis. So you get 5 of these guys. You get a set of 4-pack Rock Pirates body post mounts. That way you can get that body nice and secured. Comes with a spacer pack. Helps space shocks, servos, whatnot, whatever you need to space out. And another very unique thing to this chassis is it comes with a special set of links that we designed just for this chassis. And so this is a special set of peg legs. And it comes with the rod ends as well, so you don't have to go hunting those down. But high clearance links, huge taper. You're not going to be able to see this, I don't think, in the package, guys. But the rear upper link, which is right here, we slim that thing down for clearance, and also it just looks amazing and lighten the links up. These are stainless steel, and same thing in the fronts. We tapered these guys nice and clean for you too, to help for clearance around motors and so on. So these set your wheelbase at, if you're going to run Vanquish F10s, these set your wheelbase at 12.8 inches. These links will also work with the new Element portal axles, and the wheelbase still comes out 12.8 on those axles as well. And we are working right now to try to figure out how to make these work with the Axial Pro axles. They work perfect in the rear, and they work perfect in lower front, but the upper front's the length's not correct. So I'm not sure if we're going to come out with a special kit for that yet. Set of links, we haven't decided yet, but for now only some of these links are going to work if you're running the Axial Pro axles. And then last but not least is you also get the Rum Runner sticker. For you guys that have those scale garages, this is perfect to put on the wall in your scale garage. So, all right, guys, I'm going to start assembling this, and we'll go from there. I'll share with you as I go along. So the skid does come with the grub screws now in the kit, and I've already put all these in just to secure them so they don't get lost, because this will be a display model when we get done. But one of the cool things also about this skid, and I don't know if most people don't know this, but it's already precision thread. It's machine Delrin. I know it looks like aluminum, it's just the machining on this is that clean. But everything's already threaded for you, and not only that, to save you time, as you drop the screw into the hole, you can see how far it goes before it hits thread. That way you don't have to sit there and turn that screw over and over and over. About halfway through, it hits the threads, and then it just goes in smooth as butter. So once you put your link end in there, it's going to be as clean and as easy as that. Boom, hits the bottoms out right there, and it's in. So that's that. I'm going to go ahead and mount this up to the chassis. Okay, so I got one side on, and it's just as simple as those two screws right there. I'm using M3 by 10 hardware, and actually on the rest of this, as we assemble it, I'm going to use that same hardware. So it's all going to be M3 by 10, even the cross members. So another cool feature is, let's see if I can get the light here right. These holes here and here, that's where the grub screws are that hold your link ends. So if you're in a comp and you snap a link end, you don't have to disassemble the truck or to even take the sliders off. You can access the grub screws through those holes and do a quick change out in a matter of minutes. So that's another thing we did. I'm going to go ahead and put the other side on, but before I do that, I've already put the battery tray on this one. I left out one screw right here, and it's a simple, they're already countersunk for you, so you get a smooth bottom on your slider. But it's a super small screw. We provide these because they're hard to find. And simple as just putting them in and bottoming them out. And you do have to snug these down. They'll be loose at first, but when you get them all bottomed out and tighten them at the end, it locks everything in place. No Loctite needed. It'll lock itself in. Boom, there it is. Super clean. Like I said, smooth bottom. And stoked about this part. This came out so cool. So, all right, I'm gonna get this on the truck, and I'll show you what we got from there. Okay, I got the other one just, it's on there just so it doesn't fall off. But another thing I wanted to share is these are all threaded holes as well. So they're precision threads. I mean, once you put the screw in, you can just turn them by hand, super easy. It'll just snug right up. And that's it. I'll go ahead and tighten these up off camera, but that's how easy everything went in. All right, I'll snug these down, and we'll start adding some cross members. Okay, so I got all my cross members in, actually minus one. I left one of the 5 out, and I'll show you why here in a minute. But super simple, self-explanatory, M3x10 screws. Our cross members are made right here in the USA. We make them ourselves. And same thing with the sliders, the rails, everything's made by Rprc right here in the USA. So I'm going to go ahead now and mount the rear shock towers. And like I mentioned before, these are fully adjustable. And for my setup, I'm going to set these up so I've got 2 holes exposed at the back right here. So this shock tower is going to end up going right there. All right, I'm going to jump on that. Okay, so I got the rear shock towers on. Those were M3x10 screws again with M3 nylocks on the insides right there to fasten them. But as you can see, you can move this shock tower all up and down the chassis, put it wherever you want. And you may have noticed that at the back of the chassis, we've added extra holes across here. And that's because we know some people are going to want to cut the chassis and shorten it, depending on the body they're putting on it and where they want their bumpers to lay out. So we've put 4 holes there at the back to give you options to cut the chassis where you want and mount your bumper. So every build's different, and we're trying to give you guys all the flexibility and options possible to make your build successful. So not looking too bad. We got a few more things to do. We're going to put the body post mounts on, and I'm going to put one more cross member on. It's going to go here on the top of the shock towers, and I think you guys are going to like it. So stay tuned. Here we go. Okay, so I still need to add the front body post mounts, but before we go there, I wanted to show you my setup in the rear. So you can see I've already put that extra cross member in the back, and to achieve that, I used the Rprc spacers. I used the thin one that comes in the spacer pack with the kit, and put it right here. And you can barely see it, but there's a spacer on both sides to cover that difference, because the shock towers are on the outside of the frame rails. So to cover that distance, I added that spacer from the Rprc pack. And the reason you can barely see it is we precision machine those spacers as well. We don't buy them from overseas, or they're not used for anything else. We make those spacers for our Rprc spacer pack and for our build, so you always get really clean, awesome machining. So as you can see, we designed it so there's just enough room to still get the body post mounts in there, and it's a slim design that we came up with, so you can fit them in tight places. So all right, I'll get the front ones on, and we'll go from there. So now typically, you wouldn't build the truck out this far, the chassis, until get your links on and figure out where your transmission, your axles and drive shafts, everything's going to be, so you know where to put these shock towers at, because that's all part of the tuning. But for this chassis build, this is going to be a display piece, but at the same time, I'm setting it up just like my current comp truck that I've been running for a few months now for testing. And this is the final place where my truck, where I was happy with it. And so I'm basically putting this chassis together just like my current comp truck is laid out. So okay, so there it is. The chassis kit fully assembled, and literally put this together, literally in minutes. And that's how easy it is to put this chassis together. We've taken all the guesswork out for you guys. It is a chassis that will go into multiple platforms, axles, but the link kit that comes with it, I think I touched on this before, but it was designed around Vanquish F10 axles. And so these are the perfect length, get you out to 12.8. They'll also work with the Element. And but we're going to have other videos on that. We'll go into each type of build and the experience we have with what you need to make that happen. But for now, we're just getting ready to release this week. So this is super cool, super exciting. And just wanted to share with you guys I was putting this together for the display at Proland by the Fire, which is the banner behind me right now. So anyway, you get the chassis, everything we just shared, the links, and also don't forget you get the Rum Runner Girl for your scale garage. So, all right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and go to Rprc, go to our website, our social media, get more information, and super excited. Hope you guys are too. Thanks.